Yesterday was new comic book day. I've got a fat stack of books right here that need to be reviewed for you guys, so keep watching to the end of this video to hear my top choice of the week and which issue I think has potential to be a key, so stay tuned. Welcome back everyone, AR Comics here, and today I've got my new comic book day reviews for you guys. We had such a fantastic week for books. We've had some new releases, some current ongoings, a few issues that I think could turn into keys. But before I get into any of these reviews, if you love comic books and anything comic book related and you're not subbed up to the channel, hit the subscribe button down low and the little bell to get notified every time I drop new content. My content days are every Sunday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. I've got speculation videos, upcoming releases, new comic book day reviews, and I've got some unboxing for you every once in a while as well. So let's jump right into the reviews. So first up, I have Miles Morales Spider-Man 18. I'm not going to be giving this an in-depth review, mainly because I haven't read the whole series yet. I'm on, I think, issue 8 or 9. It's a great series so far. I love it. I just, I got caught up with some other books. I haven't had some time, and I realized I was missing an issue, and it just kind of got, it got put on the back burner. Forgot all about it. So as I was saying, it's a great read. I enjoy it, but I can't review this one for you. Next up, I have Pretty Violent number 9. It's another issue. Sadly, I know I'm not going to be going too in-depth of it for you because I have a big stack of books that I just can't wait to talk about. And this series, while I do really enjoy it and I love the artwork, I think it's great, the story to me is just very cartoonish and very fun to read. I don't particularly read it for the story itself. While the story is good, Gamma Ray, she's still trying to figure out if she's a hero or a villain, and her family, this is all villains, still trying to kind of convince her where her actual priorities need to be. There's a whole bunch of stuff that happens. The issues kind of are spread out a little bit, so I feel like I need to go back and reread a few. Overall, I really like the story. It's just not something I'm going to get in depth of right now. So moving on, next up, we have Marvel Zombies number 1. I really like this. I was very surprised at how good it was. I didn't really know what to think, so let's jump into the review. So Marvel Zombies started off pretty strong. We got to see Galactus crash down to Earth, and all the heroes get taken over pretty early on and turned into zombies. Once the action got out of the way, we saw Spider-Man, Forge, and a few others pretty much just make their own team and just trying to make it in the new world. They were protecting the Fantastic Four's kids, and you got to see a little bit of their relationship going back and forth. A Sentinel is like their bodyguard. They ran into a few other zombies, but nothing too crazy. Just kind of get, the hype out of the way. We eventually made it into the real story where they went to Xavier's house, and it was pretty cool what we got to see. We found some other survivors, we found some more zombies, a nice little team. But you eventually learn that the zombies themselves are based on a hive mind. And that's when you kind of get what the real story is going to be about. Peter Parker, is trying to find the Fantastic Four and save the kids. I'm really looking forward to the rest of this series. I think they're doing a fantastic job so far. And it's pretty interesting. Right? Not so bad. As I was saying, I didn't really know what to expect from it. It kind of had more of a Walking Dead feel. I don't know if that's the right word to say it. But there wasn't a whole lot of zombies or undead, whatever they are in this. And it just kind of felt really cool seeing Spider-Man and the other characters just kind of interact and go from there. Great issue. I'm actually going to be continuing on with that. Liked it. Next up on the list, Black Widow. Another issue that I had no idea what to expect. It was a last-second pickup because I thought it was an ongoing, but my shop wasn't too sure because, Marvel releases all those, short issue series like this one. So I didn't want to get completely, fooled by Marvel again. So let's get into the review. Kelly Thompson made Black Widow 1 such a fun read to me. She did a great job showcasing Natasha as the super spy that she really is by giving us one of her final missions for the Avengers. Captain America makes an appearance, Hawkeye and Winter Soldier get some appearances as well. But they had some sort of fallout or something bad happened and she either gave up the life or she's just in hiding for now. That's when Thompson flips the switch and we get to see Natasha just living her regular life. But she gets caught by Hawkeye, seeing her on TV. He sends a message to Winter Soldier, and they basically are like, alright, now we need to go find her. The rest of the issue is pretty simple. It's nice. We just get to see her live a regular life. She has a boyfriend. She has a life. And, it's kind of cool just to see that side of it, that Kelly Thompson's able to do both sides in the same issue. The cool thing is to me, though, that they cap it off with Arcade at the very end. And I really do think that this series is going to be special. This issue was very surprising. I really enjoyed it. Kelly Thompson is a fantastic writer. She's been killing it on the Captain Marvel run. She's killing it on the Star run. And you never know where she's going to go with this because, she created Star and she created a whole bunch of other cool shit happening in her current runs. And you never know. This could tie in with it. She could turn it into something. She's doing a great job. Next up on my list, Lonely Receiver number 1 by Aftershock. This was a very interesting read. I liked it. I don't know. It was a little weird at first, and I really didn't know what was going on until the end. So let's just get into it. So this brand new series follows the main character. Her name's Katrin. Katrin buys a brand new device called the Philo X11, and she's looking for a partner in life. This new phone has your identity on it, your money, pretty much everything you can think of, and you can create a life partner out of it. So she creates her new girlfriend or wife, whatever they are, and everything just goes downhill from there. The issue itself may seem a little bit boring, but pretty much you just see them grow together. But because she's basically a software, she can communicate with everybody from everywhere. The issue itself is very graphic, and at times I was thinking, what the hell am I actually reading? None of it really made too much sense until the very end when some of it was explained, but they did get into a big argument, turned into an actual fight, and in the process, Katrin's phone was destroyed, or whatever the device is, and her new partner disappeared. Very crazy issue, and I'm really looking forward to issue 2. This was such a unique story. I don't know. I didn't expect it to turn out this way. I really didn't expect just any of that. I don't know. I really liked it. I'm definitely going to continue on with this because I really want to see where it goes. Next up on my list, I have Grendel, Kentucky number 1 by AWA Upshot. I was really surprised I was able to get this issue. Thank you, New World Comics. Great place, great guys, and they really hooked me up with this because I don't think they had any other copies. And very cool read as well. Let's get into it. In AWA's newest series, Grendel, Kentucky, we get to follow Denny and Marnie as the main characters. Denny still lives at home in Grendel, while Marnie branched out doing her own thing in Pennsylvania. However, they both had to come together, though, due to their father's recent passing. They claimed he was murdered, but they both have their suspicions. So after they met back up and you had the little reunion, you got to see everyone come together during the funeral. The whole town showed up. Pretty much everybody showed up that knew their dad because he was apparently a pretty popular guy. Once that funeral was over, they all got drunk, they all partied and had a great time to celebrate his life. And then the next morning, while the hangover kicked in, they got to really speculate on how the father really passed away. They have their thoughts, but we don't really see a whole lot about it until the end of the issue. The granddad, who was giving most of the speech during the funeral, goes back up to that same cave and offers up a pig to what looks like a big monster. The issue itself was pretty cool, and I'm really looking forward to the rest of it. I thought it was a very interesting story. I thought it was cool. I really liked the last issue. I didn't really know what was going on until the very end. And even with that whole monster scene, whatever that was, I think if I wouldn't have read a description on Sunday, my upcoming book releases, you should check those out, I don't think I would have known what was going to happen. And when I saw that at the end, I probably would have been a little confused, oh, so this is the route that the story's going to take. And I don't know, that may have swayed me a little bit if I wouldn't have known that was already coming. Not sure if I'm going to continue on with it. I did enjoy it. I thought the artwork was cool. We'll see. I think if next comic book day when it pops up, if I see it, I'm probably going to get it. But if it's out, that's just the way it's going to be. Down to my last 3 issues. Next up, Inkblot number 1 by Image. Sunday when I talked about it, I said I really didn't think I was going to get it unless if, I had a smaller week. Turns out I had a big week and I got it anyway. It was okay. I don't know. Let's just jump right into it. In Image's newest series, we follow the Seeker. You don't really know what her real name is, but that's what she refers to herself as. Her family controls and maintains the main realms, while the rest of the family was dispersed and controls everything else. She landed herself in the Library of the Living Castle in the Forest Lands. You don't really see anything that she does, but she does have powers, and once she fell asleep, she either used those powers subconsciously or what, but she created a cat. She thinks this cat is a bad omen, or possibly even a demon that was released. This cat pretty much did bring hell with it, because as soon as it came here, these portals started opening, everything got trashed, and she landed herself in a new area. It had some giants. She knew where the area was, and it was clearly unsafe, but it was basically her just chasing this cat around the whole issue. Wasn't too crazy, and I guess we'll see where it goes. Honestly, I think it could have potential to be cool. It is an ongoing. I don't know, though. I don't think I'm going to continue on with it. I didn't really like how it started off. I didn't like, honestly, almost any of it. It had potential. I thought it was going to be cool, and it just, to me, it just wasn't. Sorry, Image. Inkblot, not for me. All right, next up, Firepower number 3 by Image. I love this series so far. I think it's fantastic. I can't wait to talk about it with you guys, so let's go. So this issue picks up right where the last one left off, after the attack late night by the ninjas. This issue has spent a lot of time with Owen just kind of thinking about everything that's happened in his past and how he realizes that he can't protect his family any longer. So he spends a lot of the issue teaching the family self-defense, and he was just kind of recapping on what's happened in the past. It was really nice for us as the readers to see that, because now we have a better understanding of how things went down, what really happened, and possibly even for things to come. The cool thing about this issue, besides the full page splash art and the art itself, because it was beautiful, is that we got to see a little bit more of the other side of things, and that there's new characters that are introduced, and it's actually, they don't want Owen's help. They're trying to get Owen. This was such a fun issue. I think it was a little bit slower. I think they're trying to build up the story a little bit more. They introduced a few characters. I think this is going to be such a great read in the future. It's already really cool, but I already know Kirkman. He's planning on making it be like a longer series. Final issue to review for you guys. You already know what it is. We only find them when they're dead. Boom Studios' brand new series got released. Al Ewing, he does Immortal Hulk. It's fantastic. So let's talk about it. In Boom Studios' newest series, we follow Georges Malik, the captain of the Vihan-2 autopsy ship. They do a great job showing off the not-so-distant future for us. It's basically that all these ships kind of gather together and they just fight off for the scraps of the dead gods. It's kind of really shitty to really think about it, because we're kind of the same way. We're just, fighting to survive, just like they are. But Captain Malik has basically had enough of it. He decides to take his own route, and throughout the issue, you kind of see them plotting a little something here and there, but they're still kind of following the rules. But then at the very end, they decide to say, screw it. They want to go find a real, live god. This was a great issue. I loved it. The artwork was so beautiful. The story was great. Al Ewing and his team did a fantastic job on this. I loved it. And I'm keeping it up right now because this was absolutely my top choice of the week. I'm not sure about you guys, so let me know down low what your top choice of the week was. And if you think mine was bad, good, whatever you think, let me know. But this was absolutely my pick. I loved every bit of it, and the way that they ended it. I cannot wait to read the next one. I'm happy Al Ewing is on it because I love his Immortal Hulk run right now. Fantastic. Alright, so now that I've showed off my top choice of the week, you know what time it is. My top investment choice of the week. So I'm going to move this one out of the way. It's conveniently at the top of the stack already. Firepower number 3. I think for speculations and your best bang for buck, if you're already reading this series, this is an absolute no-brainer. They already know it's going to be a long run. He is planning for a long run. I've talked to a few people, and I think they said it's already in the works for either a TV show or a small little movie series. They're planning on this being big. And issue 3 here, they introduced a whole bunch of new characters. We don't have their names yet. So maybe the next one's going to be the big one when you find out their names. But they are shown at the end of the issue. It's got potential. So as I was saying before, this is my top value pick of the week. Absolutely best read of the week in my opinion. Now it's your turn. Let me know down low what you think of my choices, which books that I missed out on that you're like, I cannot believe you did not read that this week, because I'm interested to hear about it. And if you're not already subbed up, just a reminder, if you like comic book and all comic book content, hit that subscribe button down low as well and the little bell to get notified every time I drop new content. Stay tuned for my next video on Sunday for my upcoming releases, and with that, have a good day.